In Richard Peck's sequel to A Long Way from Chicago, titled A Year Down Yonder, the narrative delves into assumptions, fairness, and the passage into adulthood, following the ongoing escapades of Mary Alice and the Dowdell family. Set in 1937, 15-year-old Mary Alice reluctantly embarks on a journey from Chicago to an unnamed rural town to reside with her grandmother. She anticipates a dull and backward existence in the countryside. However, due to her family's struggles during the Great Depression, they are unable to care for her. Upon arrival, Grandma Dowdell welcomes Mary Alice with complaints about potential disturbances caused by her radio and the care of her cat. At Mary Alice's new school, Grandma Dowdell advises her to steer clear of Mildred Burdick, cautioning that her family spells trouble. This counsel proves wise when Mildred begins tormenting Mary Alice, riding her horse to demand money from Grandma Dowdell. In response, Grandma Dowdell cleverly outwits Mildred by confiscating her shoes and releasing her horse, forcing Mildred to walk barefoot home. Grandma Dowdell foils a Halloween prankster by ensnaring him in a hot glue trap and later assists a farmer, Old Man Nyquist, who promises them pecans in exchange for towing his wagon. However, they discover Nyquist's deception as there are scant pecans. Undeterred, Grandma Dowdell ingeniously uses a tractor to shake the tree, procuring enough nuts to bake pies for the school's Halloween party. When Augie Fluke, the principal's son, arrives to partake, his bald scalp betrays him as the previous prankster whom Grandma Dowdell had glued. During the American Legion's shooting competition commemorating Armistice Day, Augie Fluke endeavors to impress Mary Alice with his marksmanship. However, his attempt to target a rabbit results in accidentally shooting out the tire of a Legionnaire's car. Meanwhile, Grandma Dowdell concocts a frugal burgoo stew from leftover vegetables and scraps, selling it for $0.10 per cup. However, her pricing strategy varies based on the buyer's financial status, charging more to those with means while offering it for free to the less fortunate. At day's end, she donates the proceeds to a woman whose son suffered war injuries. As preparations unfold for the Christmas pageant, Mary Alice lands the role of the Virgin Mary, competing against her rival Carleen Lovejoy, who portrays the lead angel. Mary Alice anticipates Carleen's extravagant costume but is surprised when Grandma Dowdell crafts her a stunning halo from tin cans, outshining Carleen. However, both are overshadowed when it's revealed that Mildred Burdick substituted her illegitimate child for a doll in the manger scene. In the new year, the haughty leader of the local Daughters of the American Revolution, Mrs. Wiedenbach, persuades Grandma Dowdell to bake cherry tarts for the group's George Washington's birthday celebration. Reluctant at first, Grandma Dowdell agrees on the condition that the event is held at her rustic home. Meanwhile, Mary Alice clandestinely submits articles about local gossip to the town newspaper, seizing the opportunity to stir up rumors when a charming newcomer, Royce McNabb, arrives at school just before Valentine's Day. Mary Alice and her closest confidant, Ina devise a plan to send Ina a valentine purportedly from Royce, stirring up jealousy in Carleen Lovejoy. A week later, Grandma Dowdell extends an invitation to two rural women, Effie Wilcox and Aunt May Griswold, to the Daughters of the American Revolution event. During the gathering, Mrs. Wiedenbach boasts about her lineage, only for Aunt May Wilcox to reveal that the pompous woman is, in fact, related to the Burdick family and is Effie Wilcox's long-lost sister, abandoned as an infant. When overpaid artist Arnold Green is commissioned by the government for an unnecessary mural at the post office, Grandma Dowdell capitalizes on his lavish government salary, charging him a hefty sum. She also predicts an amorous pursuit from the postmistress, Maxine Patch. Meanwhile, Mary Alice invites Royce McNabb to her home under the guise of math tutoring. Their rendezvous is disrupted by Maxine's nude escapade with a snake, triggered when the reptile, kept in the rafters by Grandma Dowdell to deter birds, falls onto Maxine's bare shoulders as Arnold paints her in the nude. Subsequently, Grandma Dowdell introduces Arnold to Mary Alice's English teacher, sparking a romance between the two. As the school year concludes, a tornado ravages the town during the final festivities. Although Grandma Dowdell's residence withstands the storm, Old Man Nyquist finds himself trapped under his bed until Grandma Dowdell and Mary Alice come to his rescue. As Mary Alice prepares to depart, both she and Grandma Dowdell grapple with the sorrow of parting, having formed a deep bond over the year. However, it's not a final farewell. In the epilogue, set years later, Mary Alice returns to wed Royce, with Grandma Dowdell's home serving as the venue for their nuptials. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.